Hey, y'all niggas got a doctor in the house.
I'm taking the mic. Fuck who's next? Two niggas reppin' the R, X, and X. My niggas ain't on no rap shit. My niggas clap shit that quick. Yeah, we on that shit.
About to roundhouse kick you motherfucking niggas face off. My voice so big you can turn the fucking bass off. Wanted for lots of murders lately, cops around the place off. I'm busting DMX up in this bitch, you better take off.
Went away for a while, jail, prison, getting down for real, fucking living. Don't worry about what condition I'm in. Gas can't survive half the places I've been.
And while a lot of motherfuckers sit and watch the throne killer, we in the booth blacking dog, welcome home nigga. We spazzing in this bitch while we keeping the crowd hype, while reminding niggas what the shit's supposed to sound like, dog. I pulled up in front of the jail and pick you up, convoy your whips with about 30 bitches in the truck. Come on.
Saying lockdown is easy, but a nigga like me is greasy. Population no PC, check my file nigga, see when I'm on. Feed niggas with that thing, then I'm gone.
It's good, folks. Permanent Patriot here, over on DMX's page. This is OG motherfucker right here. I mean, a real one. This dude has been fucking drugged through life by this shit. He's very spiritual. He don't take shit from nobody. And just when you think he's down, there he is with redemption. Definitely one of my idols. And as much as the city wants to claim him, the motherfucker's from Yonkers. Upstate. Man, this dude's fucking helped me. All music has helped me through so much. If it wasn't for music, we'd all probably be dead by now. But this dude's faced many demons, and he's a real fucking stand-up guy, and you don't find many of them around, especially in this industry. So I put together a few things that highlight, I guess, what he's about and what he's going through. Recent events that I didn't put in are he had an asthma attack or something like that. People said he overdosed. I don't fucking know. But I know his wife just died. So I'm sure he's going through the fucking shit again. He's a heavy crack addict. Has been forever. He don't hide it. It's an incredible story for anybody to learn from. So, I think the first video, he's talking about all the rappers that have like people. He's trying to do a commercial or some shit for MTV, Cameo, and he can't deal with the fucking, you know, with the director flashing signs and shit. He's like, the fuck. Yep, that's him. He don't fuck around, no bullshit. Real motherfucker. That's the only thing that comes to mind when I think of DMX. Darkman X, for those who don't know. And after that, he's talking about how he stays away from all the Illuminati rappers. He wants nothing to do with them. He doesn't chase the same thing that they chase. Dude's had a steady wife for a long time. Well, she just died now. And he's a loyal dude. I'll put that one in there too. Original and loyal. Real. He's had pretty nice war with Jay-Z, and he finally, you'll see him in this one video bugging out about when he found out that Jay-Z worshipped the devil and was into homosexual shit with little kids and all that stuff. And yeah, I could picture how that went too. Imagine that's about the look that I could imagine. It's an incredible story, man. You gotta hear it. And the last video it's with an interview with him and Dr. Drew. It's called Life Changers, and it's just fucking awesome. And then there's a couple of songs, or 3. Head Up, pretty self-explanatory. Man, these songs have helped me so much. And you won't hear other rappers rapping about this shit. You just won't. The dude obviously, like, raps for God. But anyways, there's that one. And then Angel. He's got songs on his albums where he's talking to the devil, called Damien. And he's got other songs like Angel, where he's talking to God, and God talks back, and he talks to the devil, and the devil talks back. But there's this one song, Angel, that has the best prayer, I think, and the song, I just don't see any way that you can't like this video. And this is nothing. This isn't even, this is just like a commercial of his life. If you look at some of the other stories on YouTube, documentaries, damn, man. I remember me and my buddy Don used to listen to his album faithfully, Flesh of My Flesh. Wow. He's also pretty mad at Jay because he supposedly sacrificed Aaliyah. She died in a plane crash. He's not too happy about that either. Anything else? And then there was X. Oh, and then there's the video where he's talking about where he's at the concert and he's talking about all the Illuminati rappers that sold out. And he's like basically saying he could fucking care less about the 24-inch rims and the gold chains and shit. Yeah, I mean, just look at some of his pictures. He could care less, you know, dress like that, suits and shit. Motherfucker's hood. Where my dogs at? New York, New York.
The thing that's on my mind the most. You know what I'm saying? The thing that we all gotta deal with every day, but don't really know. The industry. The industry. Man, it's not the same. Doesn't have to do with talent. It's about playing the game. The industry. Real niggas is dying to get in. The industry. Just to find they don't fit in. The industry ain't what it used to be. The industry is trying to control the way you MC. They want you to dress like this and talk like that.
but I'm going to just like this and talk with the back. The industry got your word meaning nothing. The industry, fuck what you heard, cause he's bluffing. The industry, money, bitches, hate, but I dare you to try to take a fucking thing off my plate. The industry like, wait, but in the streets we like, get 'em. 17 up in that thing, catch him sleeping, hit him. The industry, you ain't got a strong mind. The industry will break you down, it's a matter of time. The industry, vultures with nothing to feast on. See me, I'm getting my beast on. The industry, stay in the dirt, play in the dirt, test the wrong one in the industry and you will get hurt. I'm not an industry artist, I'm an artist in the industry. So I do what the fuck I want, cause nobody can finish me. The industry, wanted, dead or alive, new artists to sell their souls in the way they survive. The industry don't give a fuck about you, but the industry couldn't make a dime without you. The industry, I'm sick of this industry shit. The industry playing them like an industry bitch. They try to finish me quick, but I am long, so I stand strong. Fuck a beat, listen to the words of the damn song. I only know how to speak the truth, you know what I'm saying? So I got a little short joint I'm gonna hit you with, you know what I'm saying? And it basically reflects on my relationship with the industry. This is what it is. Often, my words fall on deaf ears. Motherfuckers be listening, but don't hear. Talking to a nigga, he be sitting right here.
Hey, yo, it's the dog, DMX, man. And it's hard to be sucker-free in a world full of lollipops. Out here.
You took a little bit off.
Yeah.
2-3 years off.
Yeah, it's called prison.
Besides prison, why did you take the time off?
Prison.
Prison, yeah. That was the reason.
Yeah, yeah.
So now, how do you feel about music right now?
You know, I really don't even think about music right now in terms of like other people. Mm-hmm. I just focus on, you know, what I'm bringing to the table and what I think music should sound like and be like, and you know.
So if I name a couple of artists and you tell me how you feel about them as far as music is concerned, you can listen to them. Some of the big artists out there, Lil Wayne.
I like him.
Like Lil Wayne?
Yeah, yeah.
Rick Ross.
As an artist, I'm not a fan.
Why?
Why? There's just no reason, you know, he says nothing I can relate to.
Okay.
We don't have anything in common in terms of, you know, music.
Young Jeezy.
I don't with him at all.
I'm trying to think of the biggest artist now. Drake.
Really? Is that a trick question?
He's one of the biggest artists right now.
Oh, well, I with him.
All right, let me see who else out there is a pretty big. Jay-Z. Now, there was you and Jay-Z.
Don't with him.
That used to be cool.
Don't with him.
Now, why are you Jay cool right now?
Huh? He know what it is, man. You know, I'm not gonna, you know, make the movie. You know, it is what it is, man.
Now, there was rumors that, you know, when he became the president of Def Jam,
yeah,
y'all had a conversation and he said he got you.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden,
he got me.
He didn't. Well, he didn't get you.
No, he got me.
Now,
yeah.
You put out your record, you put out the thing, and he didn't support.
Yep. Went on vacation.
And you haven't seen him since.
I haven't seen him since.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but we're real people. Most of us got jobs and got a basic, simple, but we got these niggas on a lot. Bentleys and mansions and pool parties. We don't got that shit, son. So my take on this, you got Patron in your cup, good for you. You got a bitch that wanna fuck, good for you. You sitting on 24s, good for you. You got Lamborghini doors, good for you. Because at the end of the day, I ain't got that shit. We love you. And I really don't give a fuck if you got that shit. Because you ain't giving it to me.
I don't give a fuck. I'll tell you what I mean. Me and Jay had a battle. I got in his ass. I got in his ass before I got signed. Got in his ass, and so niggas was there. You know, niggas know. In the pool hall in the Bronx. You know.
Sure.
I fucked with him after that.
and had respect for him after that. Until he became the president of Def Jam. And I ain't gonna say too much more about it. But you know what it is. There's a difference between doing wrong and being wrong. There's a difference between doing wrong and being wrong. And at one point you were being wrong. Right? We're here. Right? But niggas can't do it like we could. Niggas can't do it. Niggas couldn't do it like we're able to. We're artists. Jay is a talented motherfucker. Don't misunderstand me. He is talented. But he has no heart behind it. There's no soul behind it. It's motivated by money. Strictly. He is talented. But it's strictly motivated by money. I did this. I got that. I did this. Stage show. This. Don't talk. And I was like, wow. That's all you have to give? That's it? Change the face. But I still maintain the respect because our birthdays are the same month. And, we had the history. So I maintained the respect. So I lost it when you became the president. That's why I left Def Jam. When you became the president, you hit me with a call. Dog, inmates is running the building. You know what that means? That's like, your man is in charge. You mean? Yo, dog, the inmates run the building. I'm like, yeah, that's what it is, baby. Because we got history. We good. And then you go and do that. You come down, listen to my shit, say, yo, you go, nigga, we ready. And then go on vacation. Wow. The niggas take a picture of you with chicletas on and That's what you leave the hood for, son? You mean? That's what you walk out on your man for, son? With some flip-flops? You serious? I respected you, son. Real talk, man. I respected you, yo. I'm in my feelings about that. I'm hurt behind that one. I don't talk about it. I ain't never talked about it, but I'm hurt.
Please welcome DMX. Has that been your life?
Let me see, this is 97, about 13, 14 years.
That's wild.
Yeah.
It's good to be DMX, yeah?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes. There's sometimes what I want you to talk about.
Yeah.
Trouble started early for you, didn't it?
Well, what do you mean by trouble?
It's going to be a long interview, DMX. You first had problems with the juvenile hall. You were incarcerated as a kid, right?
Yeah.
For what kind of stuff?
Robberies. Yeah.
Was that related to a drug thing? Or just
I just want to get money.
And then, so that started early, and then very recently you just got out of jail too.
Yeah.
Was it jail or prison? Prison. How long were you in for?
A year. Violation of probation.
Nice.
Yeah. Good old Arizona.
And you had time to think while you were there.
Well, yeah. You always get time to think, when you're sitting down and, just revamp and, clean house, so to speak.
Are things different now?
Yeah, got a new team. I had to get rid of previous management. Come out of prison, expecting to have something and, find out that they stole from me, and it's a little disappointing.
So I think what people want to know is, are you done? Is this it?
Are you done what, with music?
No. Are you done with the criminal behavior, with the legal system?
I'd like to be done with the legal system, but I mean, one thing that people don't really understand is that as a celebrity, you rarely get fair treatment. You either get love or hate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's never really fair. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you get pulled over and you get the cool cop and it's all good. Sometimes you get pulled over and you get that other guy and he wants to lock you up for not wearing a seatbelt.
For not wearing a seatbelt?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, you actually broke out of jail at one point, right?
Yeah. How'd you know about that?
and tell me about that experience.
It was December 16th. I think it was 1988. And I broke out, me and this other kid. I think his name was Bobby or something. And it took me 10 days to get home. It was in the middle of the winter, upstate New York.
was locked up, you know, and that was kind of rough.
Let me get this right. Were you running in the upstates? I mean, if people, you're in Southern California, upstate New York in the winter is like 0 degrees.
Yeah.
And you and
about 3 feet of snow.
Yeah, you and another guy with the clothes on your back.
Well, what we did, we prepared for it. I saw this movie called Runaway Train, and with John Voight, I think he's in it, and Eric Roberts, and they put Vaseline on their legs and wrap saran wrap around it and put on like 3 pairs of clothes, you know. So we did all that
for the cold.
We did all that, yeah.
And how'd you actually break out?
We just ran. It was a medium security facility. You know what I said? In the middle of the winter, they don't think anybody's going to go anywhere because there's nowhere to go. You know, it's like all farmland. But, you know, when we get off the bus, to be an officer here and officer here, they said, when we get off the bus, just run this guy over. And we just ran out.
Just went. And how long were you a fugitive for?
Oh, maybe the 2nd or 3rd of January.
So about a month you're out.
A little less than a month.
That sounds like that was a troubling experience for you.
What was troubling?
That whole experience. It was not so good.
It wasn't the best, but I was glad to be out, so I did appreciate, you know, something about it.
Yeah. So anything to get out.
Yeah.
And so then did they prolong your sentence because of that?
No. And that was one of the first times that I realized that I was in God's grace. You know what I'm saying? That God had a hand in my life, because I was like, damn, I know I'm gonna get 7, because it's 7 years for escape.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know, I gotta finish up the time I was supposed to do, and I'm gonna get 7 years, and I didn't get any extra time. Now, they did put me in a maximum security facility, but
for how long?
I ended up being there about 2 years.
2 years of maximum security pen is that's the real deal.
Well, I mean,
is that the only time you spent in a maximum security setting?
No.
So you were under God's grace 1988, 1990. How many more arrests after that? Like 10, 12 more?
At least.
How many total?
I have no idea. But my rap sheet went half the distance of half the length of a courtroom. So they made the movie and pulled it out.
Like a big scroll, something out of a medieval courtroom.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Something. That's quite a life.
Yeah.
And you've got this when you get out.
Yeah. I think my life is just beginning.
Wow, you've lived a lot. But and on that note, we're going to come back and ask why DMX says at age 3 he had actually so much rage in him already that he could have killed a man. Be right back. You had, I guess, told my producers at the age of 3, you already had enough rage in you that you were prepared, or thought at least, you could kill a man.
Well, I mean, I think it's taken a little out of context. What it was, you know, I'd be going to daycare. My mother would be bringing to daycare, and you'd have the winos in the corner, and they'd whistle and say things like, "Oh, she's mean," or whatever. And I just really thought I could, I thought I could kill him. Like, yeah, all I gotta do is jump on his back and choke him, and not realizing they probably would just slam me on the ground.
Tell me about your childhood. How was it at home? Was your dad around?
No.
Dad gone?
Yep. Dad.
Do you know your dad?
I know him. I know who he is. You know.
But he was not around when you were growing up?
Not at all.
Did you resent that?
Somewhat.
Yeah.
Somewhat.
And what happened with you and your mom? You said the relationship wasn't very good.
Yeah, it wasn't really good.
You wrote about, I guess in your book, you wrote about some abuse.
Well, yeah, you know, I think back then everybody got beatings, you know? And to a certain extent, it made me a better person. You know, although, you know, some were a little extreme.
How bad did it get?
It got pretty bad.
Were you ever sent to the hospital or anything?
No, but there was plenty of days I couldn't sit down at school.
Did you have to go get the switches yourself?
Sometimes, yeah. What you know about that? We find out. Yeah, but she used to have this, it was this 3, extension cords, and she braided it together. And sometimes we'd get it with that. That was rough. Do you beat your children?
No.
You don't? At all?
You know why?
Why?
Because I know what it does to their brain.
What does it do to their brain?
It changes your brain. It makes it so it's hard to regulate emotions. It puts them at risk for all kinds of stuff. And drugs and alcohol are what in my world, that's where it ends up. People use a lot of drugs and alcohol to regulate because they can't regulate themselves.
And it all comes from beatings.
Not all of it, but that's a good way to induce. It sort of shatters the brain's ability to regulate, because it's that terror. Yeah. And the crazy thing, and I've said this on this show many times, the crazy thing about humans, you see if this sounds true for you, is that when we have these terrorizing experiences in childhood, we're attracted to people and places that end up recreating the same thing all over again. So we get beating, or we beat other people, or we end up in really aggressive situations and treat our partners aggressively, or get treated aggressively by partners, have trouble in relationships. That's why I don't beat my kids.
Good to know.
Do you have kids?
Yeah.
How many you got?
10.
10 kids?
Yeah.
What are the ages?
18 to 4 months.
Are you involved in everybody's life?
Yes, I am. and most of them have gotten beatings.
You beat your kids?
Not, you know, see, like, you don't really have to beat them. It's like, you know, that one time, you know, pat them on the ass, you know, smack them on the ass with the belt a couple times, and they get the point.
So
you know, it's not continual beating. I mean, anybody you got to beat over and over again, evidently it's not working.
So, right. So it's more like spankings you're into.
Yeah, you get them a spanking. You know, that one time after you explain to them not to do it, they go back and do it again. Like, oh, you think I'm soft, huh? You know. And your business, but they won't do it again.
But with your mom, it got out of control.
Yeah. That's a whole other. And that's why. You know, it's like I talk to my kids first. You know, I sit them down and explain to them what they were wrong. And if I see that they're genuinely remorseful about the situation, then, you know, I'll let it go. Because it's about them learning. It's not about me just beating them, you know what I'm saying, or having to give them a beating. It's about them learning something, you know?
Yeah. How old were you when the drug started?
14.
14. Yeah. And then they really started for real then?
No, just like tried it.
Dabbling then?
Yeah.
I imagine when you got very successful, though, the money...
That, yeah, made a big difference.
That accelerated the drug use, right?
Yes, it did.
Yeah. So at the height of your success, you must have had everything, right?
Yeah, but there's a lot of headaches that come with it, too.
Like what?
Like family members that you haven't seen your whole life, you know, popping up and wanting to be your friend. Fake people wanting to be your friends. People asking for money, people asking for favors. Just people getting on your nerves, man. It's like, damn, you know, when I was broke, I was happier because at least I knew who was around me. You know what I'm saying? I was aware of their intentions, and, you know, I knew who they were. Now it's like you can't trust anybody, you know, and that's a worse feeling than being broke.
Are there people you can be vulnerable with? That you can be really honest?
Yeah,
really be honest with?
Yeah.
Because it seems like, I mean, you seem like actually a sensitive guy inside somewhere. Earl's a sensitive guy.
Don't tell anybody.
Don't tell anybody. But I mean, you seem...
I mean, there are times, you know, like I said, I'm human.
Because I see stuff flashes past.
I see a lot of flashing going on.
Yeah,
right?
and if you get off that, maybe
I need a mirror or something. I don't know what's going on.
You get off and through emotions like poof, they skate past you. You're sort of glancing past them. I'm interested in feelings and stuff. That's why I kind of trying to stay with that. And I hear your life story and I think, wow, that's a lot of pain. That's a lot of pain, a lot of excitement, a lot of cool stuff, a lot of
everything.
A lot of everything.
Yeah, supercharged.
Yeah. But the pain part is the part that it feels like you avoid.
I do. I do. For a long time, like when things that would like really bother me, you know, I would just block them out. There's not much room left to keep blocking things out, so I'm gonna just deal with things that bother me.
What bothers you now?
People that steal from you. You know, people that, you know, you'd be willing to give them anything they need, and, you know, they'd rather steal it. You know, can't stand a liar. Yeah.
Something recent happened?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Is this what you're talking about when you left prison? Is that that experience?
Yeah, I found out a lot of things when I left prison.
Yeah.
Found out a lot of things. Yep. Baby mother's a slut. Manager's a thief. You know. It happens.
People you really trusted.
Yeah, people I took care of. Like, it went beyond trust. Like, you know, everything you've got is because of me, type of thing. You know? You still steal from me?
Is that a new way you're dealing with stuff?
Yeah.
Because you seem really angry.
That's a new way.
And I imagine that anger could make you do...
Yeah.
Are you on probation now, or are you free? You're free.
I'm done, yeah.
And where are we at with drugs and alcohol?
What do you mean? You need some? No, no.
I think my text does. My True does. They're like, he is so fun. I got to talk to him afterwards.
You know, I drink, you know, occasionally if I'm out or in the studio or whatever, but that's about it.
Okay.
That's about it.
All right,
you know?
So the substances have calmed way down.
Yeah. Actually, pretty much disappeared.
Okay.
You know.
Did you have some sort of moment of clarity?
Yeah.
Was that in prison?
Yep.
What happened?
I don't know, just like, you know what, the only way I'm going to get it is if I just, you know, fall back and just do it right.
Okay. And now you're out to do it right.
Yeah.
And we actually called upon you to help us change a kid's life.
Yeah.
Because you now feel like you can.
Yeah.
You don't want to see another kid going down the path that you went down.
Exactly.
All right. Now, we had a mother send us a tape. She was fearful that her son, Rayvon, would either end up dead or on the streets, in prison. Take a look at Rayvon's story. Matter of time before he ends up there. Did you see yourself in him?
Yeah. Yeah, I just didn't, you know, have anyone there to say something to me.
So if you'd had an adult role model male to step in, maybe it would have been different.
Yeah.
Well, I think you're right. So after hearing how Rayvon just loved his street life and he felt he was heading towards prison, I thought we'd send DMX over to give this teen a wake-up call. Take a look at this.
I'm all right. How you doing?
Good. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
I've been hearing a lot of things about you, you know what I'm saying? That, you know, you're good with the music, but you know, you're dealing with a lot of things as well as far as the streets and everything. You know?
Yes, that's true.
All right, well, we gonna get through it, man.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Let's take a ride. All right?
This is crazy. I ain't never been in a situation like this. Like, I'm in a car with a star.
This is actually a blessing for me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You got a lot of people that's concerned about you, a lot of people that care about you, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, they just want to make sure that you make the right choices, you know what I'm saying? Because I guess, you know, I don't know what's going on, but I guess it looks like you're heading the wrong direction. You know
I feel the same way because both of my brothers, one of my brothers still in prison, another one just got out, home invasions and robbery. And it's like a cycle for a matter of time. Like, I feel I might be on my way, you know?
Well, I mean, that's definitely what'll happen.
Yeah.
That's definitely what, and you don't want to go to prison, man.
Been trying to rap for like 5 years.
You're young enough, you know what I mean? You got the talent, you got to put that effort into it.
I do that, and then I get sidetracked, go out with my friends, stay out late.
Just gotta know when to say, all right, you know, if you're going to do some, you know, then I'm going over here. Dr. Drew got you know, something he wants you to see.
Thank you for doing this, by the way.
Thank you for, you know, giving me the opportunity to be heard, you know, in a positive light.
Yeah.
Or just in a fair light.
And if I inadvertently talk about your situation,
I got you.
You let me know.
I got you. All right, I first came to Arizona, man, and I remember one day coming from the studio at 6 o'clock in the morning and pulling over on the highway. We like 4 cars, you know, just to watch the sunrise. And it was at that point that I fell in love with Arizona. I said, you know what, this has to be God's country. You know, because I'd never seen anything as beautiful as that sunrise. Then I met the devil in God's country. You know, and it's not so much who, it's what, you know, what happens and the things that the devil does. It's not so much a person, even though he acts through people. You know, you can't call one person the devil.
Joe Arpaio?
You know, you can't call any one person the devil. You can't do that because no one person has enough power to be the devil. You know, and you know, it's through all these hardships that I realized that, you know what? This is God's country because I met the devil here. Because if I hadn't met the devil here, I wouldn't realize I was strong enough to overcome the obstacles that the devil would place in my path. And it's by overcoming these obstacles that I realized that this is God's country. Because he helped me get over these obstacles. He helped me get over these hurdles.
Okay, so but when you're done here, when you're out of here,
I'm not looking back.
You're not coming back?
No, I'm not coming back. I'm not coming back for a show. I'm not coming back for a visit. I'm not even driving through the states. If I'm in a plane and they got to fly over it, I'm going to go around, okay?
But you love this place.
I love the scenery. I love the scenery about it, and I love the freedom that it initially gave a person. Remember I said when I first came here, the last exit on the 101 was Pima and Princess. Yeah, that was the last exit, you know? And, you know, man, we had fun. We had the 4-wheelers, you know. We just rode the trails. Pretty much the same thing I did when I bought a house out here, but until, you know, things, I don't know.
Do you, when you think back on this whole thing, what went wrong in Arizona? How did you end up getting in so much trouble here? Was there too much temptation here, or
I actually didn't get in.
Was after you?
No, I didn't get in. I actually didn't get in any trouble. I was never arrested at the scene of any crime, or you know, the police came and arrested me for something. You know, it was always let's get an arrest warrant for this guy. You know.
You think Arpaio was after you?
I'll let the public answer that one. You know, I'm not going to sit here and say because I don't know. It might look like it, but I don't know if that was the case, so I'm not going to say that that's what it was. You know, but we're all God's children, and I do pray for that man, you know, as I pray for everyone else. You know, whether I know you or not, I pray for my friends, family, loved ones, and as well as my enemies every night, you know, because we're all God's children. We're all God's children, and we all deserve the same grace.
In any way, has this time in here a lot of time to think Has
Yes.
that changed X?
Yes, it has. It has. It has. It has gotten me closer to my true calling on life, closer to realizing, to actualizing my true calling on life, which is to be a pastor. You know, so I'm like, you know, I'm in my Bible every day. You know, they got me on 23-hour lock-in. Why, I don't know.
Is that for your own protection?
That's what they say, but it's really just to be a pain in the ass. You know, I mean, they just put me in general population a week ago. I didn't get in so much as a write-up. You know, I haven't had one disciplinary report since I've been here. Yet, they moved me back.
So what are you going to do, X, when you're out of here, finally? What's the game plan?
Well, I'm going to start a TV show while I'm in here, Pain and Perseverance. You know, and it's about how I can reach people that the average person can't reach because I'm grounded. I'm still as grounded as I am. And I'm going to give my first sermon in the church. That's going to be like incredible for me, and I hope it'll be incredible for the congregation of that church. You know, I hope I'm able to reach somebody or just touch somebody, you know what I'm saying, and bring them closer to the Lord.
Are you going to still make music?
Yes, yes. I actually have completed the gospel album. Yeah. You know, on every one of my albums, there's been a gospel song and a prayer. And, you know, of course, with the image, they never, you know, made those songs into singles except my 6th album, which was Lord, and they did Lord Give Me a Sign as a single. And
are you going to, do you turn your back on what you wrote earlier in your career?
No, I do not. No, because
do you have kids?
Yes, I have 8 kids.
How old are they?
The oldest one is 16. The youngest one is 3 months.
How do you feel about them listening to some of the things you've written?
I encourage them to listen, but I also encourage them to not. They know what not to say. You know, you can't hide something from a child because that only gets them more curious about it. You know, what you do is you say, all right, this is what it is, and this ain't for you. You know?
Do you think it's a negative message?
No, it's a real message. And real is sometimes negative as well as positive. But it's real. And it needs to be. It needs to be, yes. It needs to be real. You can't hide. You can't hide things because they're going to find out. And when they find it, like, oh, this must be good because my father hid it from me all this time. He must have wanted it for himself. No, I'm going to tell you what it is. And I tell you, you touch it, I'll break your arm. You know? Or if you get curious, come talk to me about it because I've already been through it. I haven't been through what I've been through for nothing, you know? I've been through what I've been through to stop you from going through it, to be able to tell you about it so that way you won't have to experiment to know what it's about, you know?
So you're saying your music, in a sense, some of it's a warning.
Yes. Yes.
Tell me, I think people are curious how a guy, you've sold how many records?
28 million.
And made millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah.
How do you end up in here?
I think everyone who's watching knows how I ended up in here.
I don't know if they do.
I'm pretty sure they do. Anytime you get it, I'm pretty sure they do. You know, there's how do I end up in here? You know what? I'm going to look at it in a positive light and say that I came here to meet somebody. Don't know who it was, but I'll know him when I see him, and I came here to give him a message. And that message is Jesus loves him. You know what I'm saying? I came here to give him the word. That's why I'm here. Regardless of what it looks like, you know, regardless of what people think, that's why I'm here. I came here to meet somebody and tell them about the glory of God.
Tell me if I'm wrong. In the rap world, if you do time in jail or prison or you've been shot, that's a badge of courage, right? That gives you street cred.
Not really. I mean, I guess in any world, you know, it has people like, ooh, you made it. You know, that's like surviving something that a lot of people didn't survive. So I guess in that aspect, but that's not so much the rap world, it's in any world, you know?
So does this time in jail here, does it help your standing with your fans? Or?
No, it's actually, man, it's wasting time. You know, it's wasting time. There's so many things I could be doing. But then again, I am doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Just a little bit of time. And it's not going to be long.
It's not going to be long. It'll be over soon. And before you know it, I'll be back doing what I'm supposed to be doing, you know? The gospel according to X. You know, music, movies, speaking to people, you know.
Have you talked to guys in here who don't have the opportunities that you've had and will have when you get out? There are guys in here who really don't have a lot going on. I mean, they've got a tough road ahead when they get out of here. They're not going to have movies, and they're not going to have TV shows. They're not going to sell records.
Have I talked to them about what?
Have you tried to help them?
I give positive advice. I try to get them to look into themselves to see what they're good at, because we all have a talent. So I try to get them to look at themselves, and I try to explain to them, you don't have to do that, because there's no such thing as an old drug dealer. You know, there's no old players. You know, there's no old gangsters. You know, so I give them something to think about. You know, there's so many other things that you could do, but you know, people do what they want to do, and I'm not their father, so I just tell them, you know, the best thing I can tell them at that particular time, and hope they get into it. You know, but I always tell them that Jesus loves them.